name of our show there because my mind is just all over the place. It is just me and Stefan this week, the terrible duo, the dynamic duo. Is the dynamic duo copyright? Because I know that Batman and Robin used like always got called that, so I don't know whether that phrase is copyright or not.
It'll not be copyrighted.
I don't know, it might be, man. Anyway, it is an important weekend in Britishness. I want to say I don't know what you would call it. It's just Britishness.
No, but apparently it is a variety show.
What is Dynamic
It's
Duo?
a Korean TV series called The Dynamic Duo, also known as Corporation 7. It's a South Korean variety show.
Well done, Korea. I might have to check it out now.
It's also apparently a song by Lil Yachty. Lil Yakety.
Whoever the fuck that is. Okay.
Some stupid rapper, I guess.
If you couldn't tell, we don't do that sort of music at all.
I do sometimes, I just don't do the stupid names.
Yeah. Why is everybody Lil?
I don't know, nobody's grown up.
I know.
But to be fair, they do put silly colours on the hair and then colour in the face with Sharpies.
One would assume, because there's a Lil, there is also a big version.
Well, there's Big Sean.
There is Big Sean. Like,
Maybe he's just in charge of them all.
Big Sean is in charge of all of the Lils.
He's their guardian for all of the Lils.
That's it. We found the music industry's secret.
And anyway, quite frankly, he's losing control.
I think he is. I think he really is. Some of them are getting absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, we Brits have a very special weekend. We have 2 days off work this weekend. Well, some people do. And it's because of Wor Lizzie.
It's not special. It's like every other weekend, except it's an excuse for it to get pissed for 4 days instead of 2.
Exactly. It's just a big excuse for people to have barbecues and get pissed and just do whatever the fuck they like, because it is her Jubilee. Is it a platinum Jubilee or something?
It is a platinum Jubilee, and I have seen people on social media refer to it as, and are you ready to have an aneurysm? The Platty Jubes, at which point I wanted to go and hunt them people and remove them from the gene pool.
It should never be known as... It is a platinum Jubilee. If you cannot spell platinum Jubilee, get the fuck off England waters and the coast and the English islands.
Get off the waters.
Get off the waters. You're not even allowed to be in our waters. You need to get off the island, get off the coast, and get off the fucking waters and fuck off somewhere else if you call it the Platty Jubes. It is the fucking platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth.
Fucking generation
the second. Our immortal queen who never dies and has lizards for family.
Well... Or she's just a lizard, or a cannibal.
Who the fuck has just turned up?
Oh, Jesus Christ, get rid of that.
Can he speak, or is he stuck being silent?
I hope he's stuck being silent. If he can't speak, mute him.
Jay, are you there?
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Turn off your no camera and expect not to get bullied.
Where are you? Because you sound very muffled.
I'm using headphones.
It's a nice
like
change.
Actual phone headphones.
No, well, technically, yeah. I'm using the the headphones I run from Samsung.
No.
Yeah, the one that you've done the Samsung Pray. Don't Samsung Pray. It's the new religious subscription you can get.
Yeah, Samsung Pray. They'll send you a prayer to do every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you have to fulfill it to get a reward at the end of the month. What's the reward, you say? A Bible passage.
So
I would not be surprised if that...
Is this what Phil's been working on while he's been AWOL?
That will be a subscription somewhere.
I've been busy this afternoon, and so I couldn't reply to the message he was on. I forgot to.
It's alright. Anyway.
It's alright, we're just talking about Wor Lizzie, the beast, the majesty.
Dethrone.
No. You keep going after the royal family. It's the fucking... What's them bastards in Parliament? Government, they're the problem. See, I refuse to acknowledge that they exist.
Right. Okay. Without like committing treason. Yeah.
Right, Mew.
There's no use for us to have a queen.
I agree.
There is every use for us to have a queen.
No,
We're gonna
hold on.
usurp the fucking government.
I'm on board with Jay here because there is no other country in the world that has a royal family but is run by a government. Every other country in the world is either developed enough that a government runs the country, or they have a royal family because they're pretty much a dictatorship or a dictator family. Right? I'm with Jay. However, where me and Jay diverges, it's the fucking government we need to get rid of and let the Queen do her shit.
No, we don't diverge. We both agree on that. But like, we spend £40 million a year on the Queen, and the Queen has no complete power to what the government does.
Jay, if the Queen took control, the Queen's immortal. Imagine what we could do if our country was immortal. If she just passed that on to everybody.
No. If we dethrone them
Also,
Republican,
doesn't the Queen
disembodied government re-elect new people in power who know what to do stuff? They become a socialist republic, and that's what we need to do.
No, it needs to be a dictatorship. The Queen should be in charge.
You see, the Queen, for all her awesomeness, I'm pretty sure there's still a law somewhere that says, like, if she really disagrees with something, she can just say no.
Oh, she can do what she wants. She can't be arrested. She could walk out in public and stab you in the eye, and she could be arrested for it.
I've just realised, because of Jay's audio, it does sound like we've got a caller coming in from a radio show. That's how bad your audio is, man. Hello, caller number 1, and what's your verdict?
Right, talking about the Queen, did you guys see the video of the vegans protesting from the Royal Guards during the Declaration of Colours?
What is it? The vegans were protesting in front of the Royal? Was it because they think the hats are real bearskin?
Yes.
Oh, I was taking the piss there.
Fucking really?
There's a legit video, and they jumped over the fence during the Declaration of Colours, and like sat on the road in front of all the, soldiers with the fluffy hats playing the
Coldstream
trumpet.
Guards.
Yeah, and the Metropolitan Police had to jump in and drag them off before the guards came to them. And one of the guards started trampling over them.
I was going to say because the guards will just walk through them.
Yeah, the guards have
Infamous
the right to just walk through them. You cannot get in the way of them because they have set routes and they must follow them. They assign this route, they have to follow it, so they will just trample you. And if I wouldn't be surprised if they got too close to the palace or too close to anything. I'm pretty sure the guards have legal right to just shoot you.
Hold on, yeah. Well, this is what I was going to say. If you're gonna protest, you don't want to do it to a group of people that are notoriously armed and do not give a shit who you are and what you are doing if you are in their way. Having said that, if people are protesting, vegans are protesting this shit, this is a good idea. Continue this theme. Next, you can protest Putin.
Yeah, the thing is, right?
Please continue this. We'll end up wiping you out.
Protest people.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are, often.
Right? But isn't, like, an intensive purpose to block the Queen's guards classed as a treason?
I don't know what.
Second part of the question, right? It's still a legal, like, punishment for you to be hung for treason in this country.
It is still punishable via death for treason. I think, depending on what type of treason you do, but I don't think intruding, like blocking the guards, is classed as treason. I think it's just classed as obstruction of royal duties.
Yeah,
I think it would sort of be the same as, like, if you try to hop over the fence of a military base and obstruct them moving out or something. I think it's the same sort of thing where it's just obstructing military procedures.
Yeah, pretty much.
But kind of class as terrorists, so therefore we've got about every single vegan on the terrorist watch list.
So what you're saying is vegans are terrorists?
No, what you're saying is protesters are terrorists.
No, vegans. I'm on Jay's side, yeah.
Oh.
Jay has to be careful, yeah, because he's part vegan. He can't eat eggs.
That's not directly, like...
You're letting the side down.
It's... that's something I can't help.
You can?
I can't.
You can just eat eggs.
I can't eat eggs, otherwise I die.
That's natural selection.
It's a dietary requirement.
This
You're
this is
direct,
why
you
this is why we aren't allowed to run an actual radio show where people phone in, because these would be the answers we gave to people that phoned in. Oh, you're allergic to eggs? Just eat eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Anyway, speaking of eggs
Speaking
But
of
yeah,
eggs, yes,
and
we
vegans
gave.
and animals,
we don't need a queen. We don't need honest jazz. Just dethrone the bitch.
No, fuck you.
don't you
We're gonna
on this
move
icon?
on. We're gonna move on, Jay, because if you remember rightly, we gave Stefan. Well, I gave Stefan a research task in one of our
Yes.
chats,
I
and
researched.
Stefan has researched, got distracted during his research, and gone on a fucking massive train of bullshit as per usual. So let's see what he found.
So I found some animal. You said there. Well, do you want to refresh what your research request was, in brief?
My research request was, fuck. I've got to remember what my research request was. It was to do with It was to do with animals. Fucking hell, what was it? Which chat was it in?
Mine.
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
this is the
So
problem of me having
it
such
was
a fucked brain.
goose. It was a goose or duck beauty pageant.
It was.
Look.
It was. What's the stupidest, or like how many beauty pageants for animals are there? Because we managed to find out that there is a goose beauty pageant held,
Yeah.
which is absolutely ridiculous. But it's not the worst thing that I've ever heard of, nor the stupidest. Somehow, fuck knows how.
So I don't always. Well, some of these are beauty pageants, but some of them are just animal pageants in general.
Yes.
Right. So, in a small Lithuanian town called Ramigala, each year, bearded beauties are paraded down red carpets, decked in traditional clothing and bonnets. They may be dressed up to the nines, but some stubborn competitors have been known to balk at their runway moment and have to be carried down the runway. Right? The horned winners are crowned with tiaras, then feast on honey and cakes, and their owners are awarded books and coupons for a free haircut. What animals are they?
Well, the fact that you've just
Sounds
said
like my ex.
horn,
Sorry, Jay?
he just made a bad joke.
Alright.
The fact that you've said horns, and that sometimes they have to be carried down. I mean, I don't know.
Cats.
No. Cats don't have horns, Jay. I'm
What
sorry,
what what cats do you have that have horns?
but I think he was going for the stubbornness and not and the free haircut and not really taking the horns and the beards into account.
Is it bearded dragons?
No,
They've
it's
not
much better. Think of it. What is stubborn and
liquid
has a beard and
phenomenon
horns?
A goat,
Yes,
Billy
it's
goats.
fucking goats. It's a goat beauty pageant. It's called Goat Glamour.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Of course it is.
Right. So there's some other ones. So I did find this one's not a beauty pageant. But it's well, it's the 2017 that was the year that I found, but it's the World Dog Surfing Championships.
Dog surfing championships.
Yep.
Please tell me this is what I think it is.
California beaches are home to dog surfing competitions where you can see man's best friend on the high tides. Not just any dog on a board can join. First, man's four-legged friend must have the right temperament. Breeds that hate water, like Chihuahuas and pugs, aren't allowed to participate.
No
Every
shit.
coach surfs differently. Some stand forward and some stand backwards on their board. And also note that bulldogs tend to lie down.
That's because bulldogs are extremely fucking lazy and usually have lots of medical issues and don't give a fuck.
But you're ready because this is where a stupid idea meets your judging.
Well, I've just realised they don't allow chihuahuas or pugs, but bulldogs are perfectly fine. Bulldogs basically the brutish version of a pug.
Yes. But pugs don't like water. Bulldogs don't care.
It's because bulldogs don't give a flying fuck about anything. They'll just ram it anyway.
Yeah, but this is where, well, right, it's a bit of a weird idea. But this is
Okay.
where your judging comes into it. Because, right, as with all animal contests, appearance is everything, right? Judges judge the competition based on how happy a dog looks on his board and awards points based on how they think a dog is enjoying their Wet and Wild ride. So they basically look at the dog and go, he's having a mint time, he should win. It's
So
not whether they're good at surfing or how good they look. It's he looks like he's happy.
So if the dog survives for 10 seconds but looks like it's having the time of its life, it could win against a dog who legitimately surfs for like a full minute.
Yeah, but this is where I feel like bulldogs are at an unfair disadvantage because one,
Because
they
they
never
always
look
look
happy, and
miserable.
two, as soon as they're on there, they lie down. So you just go,
Yeah.
he looks bored and pissed off.
Yeah, typical British. He looks bored and pissed off and like he just doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, apparently the top dog gets a trophy and the owner receives a bottle of wine. Participation prizes to keep other canine competitors happy is a swag bag of dog treats and toys.
Okay, so I mean, I kind of no. I was about to say I kind of understand, but I really don't. Like, it's not even a competition. It's just whose dog looks like it's having the most fun. In which case, you could just rile the dog up till it's so full of excitement, then chuck it on a board and say stay there for 2 seconds, and then just shove it off.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Can you throw a ball past the surfboard? Can you just launch a ball past the surfboard? In which case, the dog will get very excited, and it will look like it's been having the
Yeah,
time of
but
its life.
if then it's a dog, so it would probably just jump in the water and swim after the ball.
I mean, you could train it to follow it. You could train it to stay on the board and sort of try and scoot after it on the board.
Potentially.
Because there are things where you can see dogs actually using a surfboard by paddling on it and stuff.
Are you thinking of a skateboard?
No, I have seen a video of a dog which did it on a surfboard. Someone got it like a dog-sized surfboard, like a little mini surfboard, basically like the size of a skateboard, and taught it to like legitimately run with one leg on the side, like you do with like dogs on skateboards, but on a surfboard so that it pushed itself forwards in the water.
That's quite impressive. Nina showed me a thing the other day where they were cleaning out the turtle's little terrarium and tank, and they put it on a Hot Wheels car, and he's flippers because he's out of the water. He was just flippering like that, and he was just going fucking zooming through the sitting room.
Yeah, I want to do that.
So
Fastest tortoise will ever move.
I've got another one here, and this is where the RSPCA should get involved.
The RSPCA. Okay, what is this?
Not on face value, but because of shenanigans. So, camels have been beasts of burden for centuries, but in Saudi Arabia, they're recognized as beasts of beauty. Okay? Are you sitting down, Jay?
Yes.
So, you get your camel, and you go to Saudi Arabia, and you enter it into the King Abdulaziz Camel Festival, right?
Right.
Which lasts over a month. But if you win, there is $40 million in prize money.
That is one hell of a competition. I can see why it's a month long. So was it a parade? Like an actual parade, or is it...
It's the King Abdulaziz Camel Festival, and it says although enough money is on offer that some owners are driven to cheat. A dozen camels were disqualified from the 2018 competition after a veterinarian was caught giving lip injections to make them poutier. They were giving fucking camels lip fillers to try and win 40 million, not milliliters of like lip filler.
I am not fucking surprised. Have you seen some of the fucking pageants out there?
But dude, long lashes, curly hair, and droopy ears are considered winning features.
I think I've seen something about this actually, because don't some people like do things to the lashes as well, where they'll literally sit there and curl the lashes as if it's a woman and shit?
Probably, yeah, man. Obviously, in Britain, we don't have $40 million of prize money for anything.
No,
So
I
we're more
fucking
down to
wish.
earth. So
When we're down to earth, you get a pint at the pub if you win.
we have the British Tarantula Society's exhibition contest.
Oh, that sounds fun. I want to do that.
Thousands of furry tarantulas fill an arena in England for the annual event. Divided into 9 categories, hopeful owners and their 8-legged companions can compete in categories like Best New World Terrestrial and Best in Show. What makes an award-winning tarantula? BTS, which is the British Tarantula Society.
Yep.
Chairman Peter Kirk told the Smithsonian that judges look at the leg count. Anything over and under 8 is unacceptable. Okay, I'm just going to pause there and say I've seen spiders run on with 6 or 7 legs because they've been in fights and lost one.
Yeah.
What fucking spider has grown 9 legs? Because you said more is unacceptable. If
Yeah,
you've got
I know.
a 10-legged tarantula, it's not a tarantula. It's not a spider.
No, I want to see a tarantula with 10 legs. I want to see a tarantula that's mutated, gained 10 legs, and just scares the living shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Or I misread the note. So he says, we also look at how healthy the spider is and its physical beauty. And then it says, recently molted spiders have the highest chance. I misread that as recently mounted and got really confused and concerned.
Recently mounted spiders, so the ones which are pregnant.
Yeah, recently molted because they, when a silk spinner's colours are at their glossiest and brightest just after they molt. Fabulous
Yeah, but
riches
it's
aren't the big draw
also-
for the contest hopefuls. Winning doesn't make your spider more valuable. Former winner told National Geographic. That tells me that he would have thought, I'm going to be able to sell the spider for 3 times its price, and everyone went, I don't give a shit.
No, I know. I feel like he definitely got disappointed there. But no, the problem with this is, yes, the spiders look nicer when they've just molted, but they're also at the most pissy because they're the most sensitive because they've just fucking molted. So they will just fucking be angsty little bastards.
Yeah.
So there's Stefan.
Basically, yeah. And it also says, if you plan to attend, you'll want to keep your hands off yourself. Or to yourself, sorry. Not off yourself, although you will want to do that as well. The
Yeah.
exhibition bans handling tarantulas as they're far more fragile than they appear. Now, 2 things there. First of all, you shouldn't just be touching other people's pets, regardless whether it's a stick insect or a fucking giraffe. It doesn't make a difference. It's not yours. You shouldn't be touching it and handling it.
Exactly.
Right?
Unless
And
you get the owner's
secondly,
permission, you should not be touching it.
yeah. Secondly, it's a show animal, so regardless of whether you think you're going to affect it or not, you wouldn't go to Crufts and start ruffling their hair. All right, good boy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's a show animal. But it does say, despite their fearsome looks, the soft silk spinners can be killed by the impact of a fall. So what this tells me is, somebody's won it, tried to sell his tarantula for more and failed, and somebody else has went there, picked up a tarantula, dropped it and killed it.
Yeah, I feel like it. But you have just given me an idea, though. Can I go to Crufts? Like, can
Oh,
we
God.
go to Crufts as taken off air, pretend to be, like, broadcasters or something? Well, we will be broadcasters.
We are broadcasters.
But then just go there and just ruffle up every dog's hair before they go on stage.
Good boy. They've got the straighteners there, and they're like the last episodes with the really long
straighteners
coats and shit.
They've got the brushes and everything. The diviners get everything immaculate with the tiny brushes and the straighteners and the hair dryers and everything. We just turn up and go, good boy. It was a good girl. And just ruffle the hair.
Right, I found some more things.
We would be banned from Crufts instantly.
Yeah, we would be banned from Crufts. There's the World Falcons Beauty Contest.
I like the sound of that one.
That's
'Cause
absolutely brilliant.
Falcons can look majestic as fuck.
So it is basically what it is. It's in the UAE, and it's the national symbol featured on official crests and an inspiration for traditional music, dance, and food, and Instagram-fueled rap battles.
Rap battles.
Why is the United Arab Emirates having rap battles on Instagram about falcons?
Why the fuck not? They can do whatever they want. They are
Listen to the sentence, Kyle.
The United Arab Emirates are rich as fucking balls. They can have
So
a
they're
rap
having
battle if they
falcon
want.
rap battles on Instagram.
Why not?
many,
Why?
many reasons.
If you're that rich
Yeah.
and you give that little of a shit about anything, because they probably do, it's probably made by someone who has never needed to work or done anything, but is a fucking millionaire and is just sitting there going, "Oh, I'm bored. What should I do? Oi, Jeff, do you want to do a rap battle? Yeah, sure. Fuck it, we'll do it on Instagram." And then somehow it's become a competition because someone else tried to challenge them. I would not be surprised if that's how it's happened. It'll be someone just bored as fuck has made it originally, and then it's just ended up taking off because it's got prize money or something. In fact, please tell me it has prize money, because that would be hilarious as fucking balls.
I don't know. There's just awards for different categories. It doesn't say if there's a prize. Okay, so what about So you like the idea of that?
I don't like the idea of it. I just find it hilarious, and I know that it's been done.
Okay. What about the Miss Milk Cow pageant?
Miss Milk Cow is this going to be a pageant where it's whichever cow produces the best milk or some shit? Like, is there categories for like best milk, most milk?
Right. I'm just going to read you the first sentence, and it doesn't really clear it up. All it tells you is
Right.
where it's from. So, judges at the annual Miss Milk Cow pageant in Vietnam, right, are looking for long legs, a shapely torso, but the real asset on trial is the ability to produce lots and lots of milk.
Yep, that makes
Okay,
sense.
is that the cow or the person? Because you haven't.
I would assume the cow.
I mean, it doesn't say that.
I mean, it doesn't, but the Miss Milk Cow pageant kind of gives you a
Could just
hint.
be someone in cow print.
I would be concerned if they were after a lady who has long legs,
If you turn
a
up
good
here
torso, and is able to be milked.
and produce lots and lots of milk, if you turn
Yes.
up to the Miss Milk Cow pageant and then you get in front of the judges and start milking yourself, you have mismilked the cow because that's not the cow.
Right.
I love where your brain is, but
What about that?
fucking hell.
It does say it's held annually in Moc Chau, a region of Vietnam known for its dairy pastures, and the contest stated purpose is to promote dairy farming. The most recent Miss Milk Cow, who won her title in October 2014, was a comely 4-year-old capable of producing 42 kilograms of milk per day, double the average volume.
Since when is milk weighed in kilograms? Shouldn't it be like milliliters or liters?
No, 42 kilograms of milk, or about 92.5 pounds if you want to convert it.
Why is it
Because
in
fuck
weight,
you in
though?
milliliters.
Why is it in weight, though? Surely you would do it in like liquid measurements.
I believe this is an American website, and as we know, the Americans will do anything but use the correct unit of measurement.
I know, but they'll still use fluid ounces, won't they?
No, well, yes, unless it's measuring liquids. You're lucky they're not using bald eagles.
That's true. It was 20 bald eagles of milk.
That's
Very
assuming a
bald
bald
eagles of
eagle's
milk.
only 2 kilograms, and I think they're more. They're
I don't
big.
fucking know. Bald eagle average weight. 3
Well,
to 6.3 kilograms. Holy fuck.
there you go.
Okay, so make it like 15 bald eagles worth of milk.
Who hasn't occasionally admired the metallic plumage of pigeons at the park?
I mean, I know people have pigeon races. You're going to tell me there's a pigeon beauty contest as well.
The birds at the National Pigeon Association's Grand National Pigeon Show will take it to the next level, with multicoloured, crimped and curled plumage that would put even Kate Middleton's tresses to shame. This year's contest, held in LA, saw 7,800 pigeons in over 300 breeds and from 21 countries compete in the best of breed and best in show categories. Even noted pigeon enthusiast Mike Tyson attended. This year's overall champion was a snowy oriental frill. This article's a few years old, but still.
Please try and say the first part of that as fast as humanly fucking possible, because it sounds like it is extremely difficult to say quickly.
Which part? Who hasn't occasionally admired the metallic plumage of pigeons at the park?
The metallic plumage of pigeons at the park. Sounds like a new tongue twister. And the bit after. What was the bit after? Because that was full of fucking...
The birds at the National Pigeon Association Grand National Pigeon Show take it to the next level with multicoloured, crimped and curled plumage that will put even
That's
Kate
the
Middleton's
one.
tresses to shame.
Also, why are they attacking Kate Middleton's tresses?
I don't know, but it says National Pigeon Association's Grand National Pigeon Show. Why did they have to put National and Pigeon in there twice? They could have just called it the National Pigeon Association Show.
Fuck knows. They wanted to specify that it was the National Pigeons National Pageant.
Well, it was. And then we've come full circle because we came back. We came back to camels.
We'll come back to camels. Okay.
Because we have another camel beauty pageant. It's not a cannibal beauty pageant. That's different.
Cannibal beauty pageant. Who's got the sharpest teeth and the most blood?
A camel beauty pageant at Seluk Efes, F's, and its other name is the Camel Wrestling Festival.
Camel wrestling.
Camel wrestling goes back thousands of years in Turkey, though it's Seluk Efes, I think. Camel Wrestling Festival's current incarnation was launched by the nation's Ministry of Culture and Tourism in 1982. Spectators who might not be up for the brief but violent wrestling matches between spitting Tulu camels, and it says watch out for the flying saliva and urine, can instead take animals adorned with beads, sequins, pom-poms and tassels competing for the title of Best Dressed Beauty Pageant. So it's like the camel show, except instead of giving them lip fillers to try and win 40 million, there's no money up for grabs, so we'll just make them fight.
I never want to go to a fight, or spectate a fight, or
Where the biggest issue is spit and urine.
Spit and urine, possibly flying through the air at you. Yes, that is the most concerning
Also,
part.
who was looking at some point in Turkey? They were looking at that going, you know what it is? They've stopped with breeding dogs to fight. They've stopped with tying fucking razor blades to roosters. Camels?
Yeah. Where was the chain of command?
No,
there
just
that went to
stop making animals fight.
No, they're just going to keep on doing it until eventually they run out and they're going to go to, like, gnats or
It's
something.
gonna be like an ant fight.
And fight!
God, if they're bullet ants and they get awry, then the only urine that'll be an issue will be your own.
Will be. Fucking hell. Run for your life.
At this point, my research diverges so I can stay on animals and I'm off beauty pageants, or I can go to human beauty pageants that are being weird.
I mean, there are some disgusting human beauty pageants, as documented by the lovely Netflix that had massive controversy with their child beauty pageant show, I believe.
Well, yeah.
Which was creepy as fuck.
Oh, it's got nothing on these.
Okay. Please.
Shall we go down this wormhole?
Yeah, part of me says no, but the presenter part of me says yes, so let's go for it.
So, well, first one is I'm gonna give you the name of it, and I'm gonna give you whereabouts it was, and in what era, and you're gonna kind of guess. You'll pretty much know what it is, but how it was judged. So, Miss Perfect Posture,
Okay.
right, was held in the 1950s and 60s in the US, right?
Yes.
And it says US chiropractors held a number of beauty pageants where contestants were judged not only on their beauty but also their standing posture. So how do you think that was judged?
Well, I know that people went through posture training by standing and having books placed on their head, and they had to be able to walk while the books are kept steady, or they had to be able to walk with, I think it was like a cup of tea or drink, and not have it slosh or spill a single drop, because they had to glide along the floor. They weren't allowed to step; they had to glide.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say the posture thing was something similar, where like either they had to stand against something and have like perfect posture and then like move away from it and maintain that posture, or they had to have something like books on the head or something that made them have this posture and show if they had the incorrect posture it would fall or whatever.
Jay, are you still there?
I am.
On line one. Do you have anything to add to that? Do you think anything different, or do you agree with what Kyle's saying? How do you think it was judged?
I think it was judged poorly.
Yeah, well, that's a given. That's a given, but how?
Cow does make a point though.
Yeah. So,
In all fairness, I kind of got distracted by a funny meme, and I'm debating on sending you it now or later.
later. You're meant to be
Well,
involved in this,
man,
you
man.
dick.
I was doing a job for Kyle. Kyle sent a message and, is this working? I was like, yes, it is.
Well, yes, because
So-
that had something to do with us. This was one of the links that we advertise on this show on the little caption box, and I just thought, I'd better check to see if that still actually works.
And I sent Susie a private message via the Buy Me a Coffee option saying thank you. And thank you very much for supporting us. Susie, someone wants to translate that because she can't hear me because I'm on line 1.
I love the fact that it legitimately is like a fucking phone call falling.
It is.
Falling.
Falling. He's definitely fell on something.
It definitely has. This is amazing. We need to set up a radio show just so we can do this shit. Taking off our radio. Let me know if you want it, because we want it. I want it. I want a fucking proper radio show.
Taking off airwaves.
Taking off airwaves. Yes, that's it. Spot on. Done.
Right. So anyway,
yes, beauty pageant. How did they decide who has the perfect posture?
in order of is ludicrousy a word?
Ludicrousy, yes.
Ludicrous.
I would assume
That's
so.
he's a rapper.
Oh yeah. That's all I remember him for.
You all right? You having a stroke?
Didn't he used to do that? He used to do like this weird oh yeah, but in like a horrible type voice.
Are you thinking of the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of the Kool-Aid guy?
Well, no, I'm sure he used to do it. Like he did that just randomly in his raps or something. I'm sure he did.
No.
You know what I want to be famous for? Like talking about rappers, their music.
Oh god.
I want to get like to the point in my career where I have to go on a TV show or go on some music and just say my name and I walk off. That's all I needed to do, and I'll get paid a shit ton of money for that.
Well, like DJ Khaled?
DJ Khaled gets a shit ton of money. Just come on, it's DJ Khaled.
He does nothing. All he does is go out, somehow wangles his way into other people's songs, and at the beginning just shouts his own name, and that's it.
Yeah, I want to be that famous. Where people know my name, and that's it.
He wasn't that famous. He just started doing that. It's not like he did his own thing and became famous. He just literally turned up onto someone's song, go DJ Khaled once, and then that was it. That's all he's done his whole career.
Isn't that? Didn't Jason Derulo start all that shit though? Because he
but he actually sings his songs.
Like he actually sings his songs, but I feel like DJ Khaled's just stolen that off Jason Derulo.
I've got a theory behind that, and this might upset any DJ Derulo. We're going with that now.
DJ Derulo, yes.
Is that Jason Derulo, his songs are so boring and mainstream and forgettable that he has to say his fucking name at the beginning so you remember who sings it.
I actually saw an interview, right? That, like, I don't know how I came across this, but it was an interview of him explaining why he did it, and apparently he just decided, fuck it, I want people to know who's singing the song, so I just did it.
So I'm right.
Basically. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, guys. No, Jay. No, you're not distracting us. Well, really? That's the race button.
Sorry. Jay, you're not distracted. We're not the race button. I successfully did it. Jay, listen, and I'm out.
Jay, you are turning into a DJ because you're getting a fucking mix going on.
He's turning into fucking R2D2 is what he's turned into. He's not actually speaking, he's just making... Right, anyway, do you want to know how this fucking contest was judged?
Yes! Tell us how...
Number one, and
what contest are we talking about?
Oh, fuck you, Jay.
What animal? Last time I remember, we're on about tarantulas and eagles. And
Jay, please reset your life.
Jay, posture contest in
Refresh,
the
I meant, not
1950s
reset.
and 60s.
Yes.
a posture.
A posture contest. Yes, it
For
was a
what?
contest to find the best posture.
Standing posture, it's Miss Perfect posture.
For what? No, what animal?
Humans! These are humans, man!
If
We're
a
measuring the
pirate
fucking
contest is
posture
what-
of a
if it's gonna
fucking
be humans.
stick insect.
Jay, where's your attention span gone? You've lost all of your attention span, man. It's just fucked off somewhere.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
human. Okay, quick recap. Human Miss Perfect posture competition ran by chiropractors in the 1950s and 60s. How was it judged?
Well, you've got big tits, you Phil.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jay. Right, so Jay would have failed.
So
I
Jay
haven't
would
got
have
big
just...
tits.
They would have just went, whoever's got big tits, that you're out.
It does say there were...
I have really bad posture because like I slump a lot.
Well, this is what I was going to say. It does say the contests were a publicity stunt meant to boost the reputation of chiropractors. It was said that a good posture could lead to better health, and chiropractors were there to help with that. And Mr. Perfect posture contests were also held, but weren't as popular and didn't last very long. Plus, the men always slouched, which meant that finding Mr. Perfect posture was no easy feat. So they tried it with men, and apparently we'll all just slouch because we don't give a shit.
Yeah, the only men that don't slouch, people like bodybuilders who they have to do like the big poses, so they
No,
have.
that's because they're pigeon chesting. That's like a backward slouch.
Yeah, it is actually. Actually, I found they're really unhealthy. To be honest, it's really unhealthy for your body to do that sort of shit.
Yeah.
There was
Right.
like. Sorry, yeah, I'm not gonna go off topic. Go.
Yeah, right. So it was judged, right, by 2 scales, one under each foot to evaluate the weight distribution. Makes sense.
Yeah.
A plumb bob was used to check the straightness of their backs. You know, like when you're plumbing and you have the bob on the bit of string to make sure things are straight.
Yeah. I mean, if it works, it works.
And they also, the straightness of their backs and the examining of their spinal structures were completed by x-rays.
Well, okay, so that took a fucking dramatic turn. These bastards had X-rays in the competition.
So they hung a weight off their neck, stood them on some scales, and then x-rayed them.
Your spine isn't meant to be straight, which is the concerning part there.
Okay.
Joe's got video.
Holy mo.
McCall has gained video.
It just looks like he's sitting on my knee.
He does.
Because he's the bottom screen for me.
He's now from video call. He is. He's bottom screen for me as well. He just looks like he's... Yeah.
Right, so, in the 1930s, this is again throughout the United States, they had Miss Lovely Eyes.
I would have won that.
Is it just whoever had the nicest eyes? So like whoever had like, I don't know, because some people class like some people think beautiful eyes are the ones where they're all one color and they don't have like little specks of other colors, like as little amount of other color as possible. But some people think that if it's a mix, it's the best, and so I'm guessing it's just whoever had the nicest eyes. So like big golden blue eyes or some shit.
I'll stop you there. It is just whoever had the best eyes will by whatever the judges judged it as. But it's more to do with the methods.
Was it also to do with eyesight, or was it just the way the eyes looked?
No, it was literally what it sounds like. Whoever had the nicest eyes in the judges' eyes, I suppose.
Is this going to be one of those... Right, due to you saying methods, did they get a fucking, like, magnifying glass or something and look at very closely at the eyes?
No.
Or did they have to wear, like, big jar glasses so that the eyes were made twice as big?
No, but I will send you something. Jay, you are lucky that I cannot reach into your camera and poke your fucking eye out. I'm going to send you this. You're going to put it on the thing when I talk about this, because...
Jay looks like a vlogger. It's so annoying.
The contestants' features, except for their eyes, were all isolated, sometimes with incredibly creepy masks. These terrifying masks supposedly give the judges a chance to objectively decide whose eyes were the prettiest without getting distracted by other features. A couple of decades later, the strange contest made a brief comeback with the Beautiful Eyes contest held at a British holiday camp. The contestants were given their own numbered stalls, which hid their bodies completely. They also had their faces covered with a yashmak. The contest was filmed, and the excited announcer even claimed that if the contest caught on, we might well have competitions for beautiful ears or even noses. Thankfully, his excited predictions did not come true. Do you have the picture of it?
I do indeed. I was expecting them to wear fucking burqa or something. I was not expecting them to wear that.
It's fucking terrifying.
Did you send it to me?
No, it's your cousin's going to put it on screen.
I am putting it on screen, my dear sir. This is absolutely hideous.
Hang on, who's got the nicest eyes, Jay?
I was going to say that. This is a Hannibal Lecter lookalike competition.
Who's got the nicest eyes, Jay?
Yeah, who's got the nicest eyes while you're staring into the soul, hoping they don't stab you and fucking eat you with a ball of Chianti?
Chianti and some liver beans and a nice
No,
glass of white.
fava beans and
Fava
liver and
beans.
fava beans.
Liver and sour beans with
You
a
didn't
nice
eat his
bottle
fava
of
with liver beans.
Chianti.
Fucking liver beans. So yeah,
Do you know that he
no,
got Chianti, but he got confused with fava beans?
I know. I was expecting like burkas or like just like you put like a bag and then it's got a hole for the eyes, like a hole slit, so that you can't tell. You can't just base it off. Oh, that lass has got a nice face. She must have nice eyes or something like that. But that is even more terrifying than I fucking imagined.
In all fairness, what if you like noses and you like look at a nose again? You have a nice nose because like obviously this nose is not covered up, so that's a default.
I think that's just not covered up so they
issue.
can breathe. To be
Who
honest,
gives a shit about breathing when you're trying to win a contest about nicest eyes?
so Jay, you would happily commit suicide if you won a contest for nice eyes.
No, I just want commitment. That's what I want to see. I want you to suffer for the cause. You do not deserve this trophy until you suffer for this cause.
You want them to suffer for the cause. What do you want? You want them to scoop an eye out and then post it to you, so you just judge the eye.
Yes.
So Jay's living in the medieval times. Yeah, okay. Or
No,
blackmail.
how's it blackmail?
I mean, you know, you blackmail someone. Or like not blackmail. What is it? Hostage, where you take someone and you send them back bit by bit.
I'm not taking
No, it's
anyone.
reverse hostage.
It is
I'm
reverse.
not
Requesting
taking
them bit by bit.
anyone as. I'm not taking anyone as hostage. I just want to see, like, in all fairness, just sit in a big box of just all I can see is your eyes. You look through the box like a periscope, and you see the eyes. That's all you see. Right? But I want suffrage. If you're gonna be like in a competition, you need to suffer for your art.
I like the fact that Jay just used suffrage, as
Yeah.
in women's suffrage, to say suffering.
Yep.
Also,
Well, no, women.
oh,
We've been
Jay.
taken off air
God.
again. Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
Jay.
You just said on air, "I want suffrage." That was a sentence that, if I was in control, would be audio clipped.
Whoever is listening,
I can
please
apologize in 10.
Please don't audio us. Please don't clip us. Please don't.
I can apologize in 10 years' time.
Oh,
In all fairness, we don't get very many female listeners ever since we had a toxic feminist.
Well,
feminist
maybe
argument.
that's because you want suffrage.
I don't want suffering.
in-
No, I want people to suffer for the art. I suffer for my art. If they want to be, I want them to suffer for their art.
You want suffering, not
Suffering,
suffrage.
I am going to set up a
I-
subscription service where Jay ends up sending people a fucking finger or like a fingertip or an eye or something for his art. They pay
Yeah.
him money and he sends them a body part.
And at the end of the day, right, I have 8 months teeth and baby, and I have no sleep, so that's my excuse for me being a retard.
That's not an excuse, because
It
at
is
any
an
point in the past
excuse.
20 years, you would have said something like that.
You would have, you cannot deny that, especially since we.
It is
As-
what me and you do.
Yeah,
Frequently.
And as you said, the reason we have such a dramatic drop in female listenership is because we had a massive rant against toxic feminism. We're not having a rant against feminism, by the way. That wasn't a rant against feminism. It was a rant against toxic feminism.
Feminism
It was a
is
rant
good,
more against that one
is a
person.
good. The feminist movement is a really good movement. I back it completely. But when it comes to the point where you hate on men or you do not like us because the way you see us as non-funny because we're straight white males, at the end of the day, you do not know our own sexual preferences.
Yeah,
I got shocked there. I've never been attacked as a straight white male before. It was quite a...
I've
took
never
28
got-
years.
You can say I'm unfunny. You can attack me if you want, but don't assume I'm unfunny just because I'm straight or white.
Or a male.
And you
I've
don't
never-
assume I'm straight or white.
Or
I'm
a male.
fucking I'm according to everybody who's met me, I'm fucking vampire color. So
Yeah, Kyle is a skeleton vampire.
Kyle's
He does
transparent.
not have a gender.
My gender is dead.
Yeah, yeah.
But like,
then.
I've never proclaimed to be a heterosexual male.
Proclaimed.
I have never proclaimed. Well, no, I have never proclaimed to be a
Can I just
heterosexual
point
male.
out that none of
Either.
us declared for sexuality on it?
Yeah,
Because
no,
it's
none of us
irrelevant.
have.
But
Because you
the
don't
thing is,
need to know our sexuality to have a
Yeah.
laugh.
if you've listened to us long enough, you will get to the point of a lot of my stories, a lot of things I have openly admitted. You would realise that it's just a pleasure thing for me.
Right, let's move on before we go into Jay's
Why-
sexual preferences.
Why?
Next.
Why does it always end up here?
Exactly. Why?
On that
Kyle,
note,
you have the power to mute this. Terminate line
do.
1.
Terminate line 1. Line 1 getting muted.
You're
Line
on
1
hold.
is muted.
You're on hold. He can't unmute himself, so I can see his face.
Yeah, line 1 is on hold. Line 1, return back, please, sir. You are
Kyle.
now unmuted.
I
Miss
think the
Beautiful Ape.
answer is, I think
Oh, right, for the audio listeners, Jay started talking there, Kyle muted him again.
Yeah, bless him, sorry.
Right, Kyle, Miss Beautiful Ape.
Miss Beautiful Ape.
Yes.
Why is Miss Beautiful Ape a thing? Are we going into Planet of the Apes here?
It was
But it's
1972 and
definitely
it
an ape.
coincided with the release of The Conquest of
I
the
want to
Planet
put
of the
Stefan in
Apes.
it because Stefan's not the most beautiful ape I've seen.
I like how
Fuck
Jay,
you, I'm not even an ape.
unmuted you and you've
Oh
joined
shit,
back
I'm
in.
unmuted.
You've joined straight back in with just Stefan's an ape.
Just abuse. Anyway,
Now we know what Jay said behind my back.
most of the contestants of Miss Beautiful Ape were clad in bikinis and wore extremely elaborate realistic ape masks over their heads. The winner of the contest, Dominique Green, which was contestant number 2, won a role in the future Battle of the Planet of the Apes film.
Okay, so when was this held? Because that is that
1972.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's definitely 71 or 72. It's the new, like
The original Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. So that sounds like one of the most horrific fucking things to
casting
do to get-
auditions ever.
Yeah. We need you to sit in a bikini, show off your body, but wear this hyper-realistic ape mask.
Yeah.
What's this for again? Pornhub. I mean, Planet of the Apes.
All right, Kyle. I've got another one for Jay with these because you like the. What was it you said before when you on about the eyes and stuff, and you on about different body parts?
Oh, the hostage taken and
Yeah.
a subscription service for hostages.
Well, what about Jay? Miss Prettiest Angles.
No, that sounds 12th century.
I was going to say, this is 12th century. This is like proper Victorian, isn't it?
This is from the 1930s to the 1950s. And
Okay.
flying the flag. These competitions were extremely popular in England and France.
What the fuck was that, Kyle?
You're about to see. You're about to see.
I need to log back into my fucking thing so I can pop it on screen. You are going to love this shit. This is the best shit
Just control yourself, Jay, when this comes on, okay?
It took me a second to actually look at it and realise what it was.
That's how you judge it.
That is not how you judge that.
Yeah, it is.
Why are they wearing heels?
Do you know
They're
what?
not on the
I would argue that this is the best way to judge it because you isolate the ankle, but you're not because there's also a foot in there.
I've got
There's
my
a foot in
glasses
there,
on to have a proper look.
also, they're still wearing heels.
There you go,
Why
Jay.
are they still wearing heels? Is that a
Come
whole
on, for you all them
fucking thing,
perverts
or
look as well.
are they sitting on
Oh
the
my
side
God.
of the plane, in which case, are they literally just sitting on a plane wing with their legs dangling off, and these men are just ogling upwards?
Well, can I just say, originally, when that photo showed up on my phone and I hadn't zoomed in to this degree, I legit thought they were sitting in something with like just the legs hanging out of it.
Yeah,
But
I
now
thought
that
there
you
was a
say
hole
that-
there, but
Yeah.
if you look at that, there's
I don't know.
That's just the edge. So they're just sitting on like a wing of a plane or something. And
Apparently, ankle and leg pageants were often sponsored by hosiery companies such as Max Jappy. I don't know what the fuck that is. Which would gift the winners free stockings. The contestants of these pageants were concealed behind curtains, with only their ankles and sometimes legs shown. A judge would then down examining ankles and sometimes even touching and measuring them before choosing the winner. Supposedly, the best part was that even older women could enter them and have as much chance of winning as their daughters. What?
I want to know, like, was this a war thing where, like, these things were expensive as fuck and you couldn't really win them? You couldn't really buy them that often, so you had to
Right.
win this competition?
Kyle, I will give
But
you that
why-
theory, but it
why
started
do-
in the 30s before the war and ended in the 50s after the war.
Right, can you see my cursor
Yes,
wiggling on the
yes.
screen? Right, what I want to know is, he's obviously very excited about this whole thing with his hands there. What's he
Still
doing
the
with his
military guy
hand
on the right.
and his face? The military guy is
Having an asphyxia
holding-
wank.
either that or he's holding back tears because that's his wife up there. But then, in which case, why does everybody else look like they've just come, they're like starting the shift on the mines, they've just walked past and they're just sitting there going, that's a nice pair there. Look at them. It's like miners, scientist, miner, businessman over there, scientist, businessman.
You know what I like
Well,
about
Someone
this?
who looks like he's a Prince Charles
You've got-
enthusiast. And then
You
fucking
gotta
mechanics and miners.
the way I see it, you've got to have like a range of like opinions on this, and obviously there's a range of different classes opinions there.
Okay.
I mean, I am just concerned as to what this dude is doing. Look at
So, you
that
know-
face and look at those hands. Those
Right,
are
so-
not good intentions.
I can't really see much on my phone, Cal. Can you like zoom in for me? No, that's
Wrong bit,
ankles.
wrong bit.
Wrong bit.
It's the T-Rex arms.
It's like,
Dude,
that's
to
like
the
a
left.
rope.
To the
That's
left.
like a
What's his
proper. That's like, what the fuck are those years?
Right, Kyle, you see the
Prince
bit
Charles
that you've got
enthusiast.
isolated there?
That one.
You see, right, move left.
Yes.
And look at the guy, scroll to the left and look at the guy that
His
you cut off.
face.
Look at his hair.
His face.
Look at his hair! Why is it all on one side of his
Dude.
head?
That is a fucking comb over. That is edited and been wafted up. Does that dude
Oh,
look like he's got a cigar in his mouth or something?
I don't know. Or maybe that's a time traveller guy who wears glasses and smokes a cigar. He'll have a watch on.
Possibly.
Right, so, hold on.
Look at War
Kyle's-
Pilot. He's sitting there choking back the tears going, that's my lass, she's going to win.
If you just zoom back out, Kyle's brain looked at this and went, why the fuck is he so excited? Jay's brain looked at that and went, there's a variety of different people, so at least they're being fair. My brain looked at that and was so fucking satisfied that the legs are dangling in length order.
Yeah, and same on
There are?
dude. But I don't know.
That's the first thing I noticed.
I feel it's one of the first things I noticed as well. But I feel like they're getting. I don't know whether like either two of them have got very short legs, or they just haven't reached the edge yet, and they're just inching the way along when this photo was taken.
To be fair, it is just ankles, so maybe they just thought that was enough and that'll do, and the others were like, I'll get a shin in and give it an advantage.
Yeah. They might end up getting a bit of an upskirt. We'll see if it increases.
Oh,
the odds. They
Kyle.
look very curvy.
And
that
that's us
note-
taken off air for this week.
Thank you for listening to Taking Off Air. I've been your host, Jay Finlayson.
You've not
I've
been a
been
host,
your-
you've been a fucking calling guest.
You've been a calling.
been-
You are our call-in.
I'm also calling. I'm your producer, Jay Finlayson.
We're all producers. Fuck you.
I look like I'm being absorbed back into the Matrix when I'm sitting still.
Standing still. That's a very short stand.
You don't know how high my laptop is, man.
It's on his crotch.
Yeah, fuck you.
Honestly, it does look like you're slowly getting absorbed into like a globe. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. For any listeners who want to see what we were giggling at when we were popping up pictures on the screen, head to our Facebook and our Twitch, and you'll be able to see it there. It's taken off air. For either of them, it's just taken off air, all one word. You should be able to find it. Please
And for any feminist suffragettes or people that doesn't want to know about Kyle or Jay's sexualities or sexual preferences, I apologise.
Yeah, we apologise for Jay's calling in audio, but to be fair, I kind of like it. We do need to do this more often. I
Don't
feel like
encourage him.
we definitely need a radio show. Jay, we need to get into we need someone to give her a radio segment.
I'll do a breakfast show. I'm always up early.
In all fairness, BBC is looking for a new radio show, I guess.
Right.
Hey, there we go. That's our application.
Come with. We'll do. This is off air. Go on. Kyle.
Right. Anyway, thank you very much for listening.
Do
It
the
has
links.
been a pleasure with all of this chaos and mess. We've had Stefan, Jay, and me busy hosting this bullshit of animal pageants, Jubilee,
Pardon me.
and
Teams
Whatever
for the animal
jobs.
pageants.
yeah. So thanks very much for listening. It has been a pleasure, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
No,
You didn't do the links.
I didn't do the links. Do you want us to do the links quickly?
Yes.
Do you want us to? This is the problem.
I
I
want
don't
you to do-
have the links written down, so I
That
need to write
one.
them down.
Sounds
I
like your
want you to
problem.
do the links correctly.
Yes. So,
Right.
are you ready? 3,
Correctly.
2, 1, go.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/takeonair. Find us on TikTok with @takeonair. Want to merch? Go to takeonair.com/shop. I don't know if it's actually up and running. Find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/takeonair. Find us on Spotify. Just search for Takeonair Podcast. Buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/takeonair. Find us on Instagram at takeonair. Find us on Reddit with /r/takeonair. Support us on Acast with supporter.acast.com/takeonair. And support us live with takeonair.com live or Spotify, Apple, anywhere that is good. Thank you very
That was
much for
good. My
listening.
favourite part of that was "Wanna Wish a Merch."
Yep.
When did I do
So
it?
close.
Was
So
Want
close.
to wear our merch? You fucking
Wish a
condensed
merch.
it. Wanna Wish a Merch?
Wish first.
Yeah, oh well. It's been a
By the
pleasure.
end of the Stefan, by the end of this, Kyle will be able to recite Rap God.
Yeah, you will.
By the end, I would have to
Well,
listen to
plug on us.
that first. I'll have to listen to it first. I am going to have to write them all down in a sort of order on my phone because I'm going off our captions at the side and it's never right because they move.
Yeah, right. That's fine. Anyway, that's done. You know where to find me.
We need to get a teleprompter for Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Anyway, see you bozos next time.
See you next week.
Bye.